Don't look down.
Did you hear? They tore down a checkpoint in the north end of the city last night.
You could be forgiven for assuming it was a normal market day. I wonder if they carry Navaran goods.
An extended family is always a good investment.
The fifth Talon said someone was coming. That's you? We found a group of Venatori hiding out in the market. Not far from Cafe Pietra.
Let's see if they know where we can find Zara Renata.
They're hiding near the cafe. You can't miss them. They stick out like blasted Tevinter flags. It's locked.
Perhaps there's another way in.
Moving, you layabouts. Don't keep Aquila waiting. He'll be a miserable pain in the ass all day. Kill the heretic!
Tory get in here? Downtime are terrible with security.
They're regrettably difficult to expel.
Fun.
Oh, Zara. Nothing in here. Ah, now this might get us somewhere. Aquila, huh? And he's Zara's toady. Let's go meet Zara's trusted little toady at the bank. What are Venatori doing so far from Tevinter?
Same thing they do everywhere. Cause trouble.
We've a fight ahead.
Wonderful. And as if I didn't have
Might be something on the body.
These pockets are stuffed with jewelry from the chantry. So that's almost definitely where we're going next.
Rook.
Are you sure you're ready for this? Facing Zara, I mean.
I lost a year of my life to that predatory witch. I owe her for that. There you are. What took you so long? Did you stop for coffee again? Ilario? What are you doing here? I'm coming with you, cousin. No arguments. This is my job. This is grow business. How did you even know we'd be here? Rook, always a pleasure. Touring the city with my cousin? You must allow me to show you the sights.
We're all here. We may as well go see Zara together.
There, you see? Rook understands.
Rook, don't encourage him. This isn't your type of job, cousin. There's no one you can charm into dropping their guard. Only fanatics. All you can do is get yourself killed.
You think I'm not good enough?
Are you?
Fine. Have it your way, cousin. You know best.
Let's go, Rook. Zara is waiting.
Go on then. Don't keep Zara waiting.
You were right, Lucanus. They are hiding in the chantry.
Dragon of night, hear the prayers of... You dare interrupt? Let us go! Make an offering of their blood to Lord Lusican and Lady Vaticale.
Is that it? Did we get Zara?
No, that was Portia, Zara's favorite dreamer and soothsayer. She used to come to the ossuary to read bones. If she's here, so is Zara.
Where does this go?
Another dark hole. Zara will not escape me.
We'll finish the job.
We cannot stop now.
I will bring Lady Zara your beating hearts as a gift.
Nice work!
Coming from the left!
Faustus. He'd follow Zara around the prison like a sycophantic shadow. We're close. He won't be far from her side.
The Imperium commands! Attack!
Gonna be getting fire! Good shot!
What gods empower me? You die.
And here are the bodyguards. Let's make this quick. Nonas and Decimos. I don't know if those were their names or if Zara just numbered her guards. We're close. I can feel someone using blood magic. A lot of blood magic.
You can sense that?
It makes the back of my eyes hurt.
Look at all the corpses. They just left them here. It's messed up.
It's terribly uncivilized to drop in on a lady unannounced. Now the evening's ruined.
You've got something on yourself.
How very eloquent.
You're mine, Sarah. This ends with my knife through your heart.
Temper, Lucanus. Poor manners interrupting my stand. Serious, Lucanus. Why don't we talk? I can tell you much about Venatori and the crows.
No, I want her heart quivering on our life.
You want to know who betrayed you, don't you? Who sent you to the ossuary?
Talk.
I knew you were with.
Ilario? I told you this is crow business.
Amato.
No! Mine! Get Ilario out!
What? No!
Rook, I can't! That's enough! Relent.
We can't wait around for more Venatori. Help me get Lucanus out of here.
I can't. That thing controlling him tried to kill me. I'll get you a boat, but I can't be near him. Rook, keep him away. From Treviso, from the cross. He is a danger to the family.
You're awake?
Yes. I've been trying to figure out what to say to you. And there aren't words enough to apologize. I never wanted you to see me like that.
And yet, I'm still here.
We need to talk about Ilario.
He wants you to stay away from the crows. He, thinks you're a danger to your family.
He's not wrong. If I cannot stay in control... He used blood magic to control Spite.
What? How? He's not a mage.
I don't know, but... something's not right.
The night you were captured, did Ilario know you were boarding that ship?
Yes.
I'm sure there's a good explanation for all of this.
There better be.
Supper in Docktown?
You actually taking a break?
I've got leads to chase on Alia and Docktown's missing people. A few sources will only talk if I'm alone. But if you're around after, you help me uncover all this. Supper's on me.
Sure. Count me in.
She felt it all over. Her attraction to the hero, a powerful but properly contained tingle, nearly exquisite. Properly contained. No, sounds bad. Okay, cut the middle line, much more natural.
What are you working on?
Oh! Rook! I didn't see you. What did you hear?
Not sure what it was, but it sounded pretty good.
Oh, really? Well, thank you.
Interesting is certainly a word we could use.
But it works. You're fighting ancient gods and everything. And you know the rest. Which, speaking of things and questions, I have a question for you. An important one. Us. I mean, that's the question. Do you want an us? I mean, romantically? Okay, worst possible way to ask that.
I'm sorry if I sent out mixed signals, but I think of you as a friend.
Oh, no. Don't apologize. It's okay. Better to be sure. Being upfront is important, especially on a team like this. Anyways, I'd better finish writing this scene. See you around, Brooke.
Meet me in Ravane? I've got sparring practice with the lords and I could use the sea air. So could you.
Sparring? The beach? Oh, now you're talking.
All right then. I'll see you soon.
This is where we eat.
I see. Shathan, it's good to see you again.
My child wished to show me where she now lived.
I made food. Here. Armada Special. It's what the pirates eat when they come to port.
This is too rich for me. Perhaps you could prepare some vegetables.
Fine.
A few weeks in your company, and my child has lost what little civility she had.
We actually eat dishes from all over. Lucanus has introduced us to demon hair pasta, and Balara made challah cakes.
So my child respects every culture except her own. This is what I face for removing her from the Qun.
Tosh is making a life here with us and wanted to share that with you.
So I can see how happy my child is to have abandoned the ways of our people?
You're the one who brought Tosh to Ravane. And to my team, for that matter. If that's not what you wanted...
I have failed, yes. I was never taught how to be a mother. Under the Qun, children are raised by those suited to such pursuits. I trained as a scholar. I was taught to think critically, to analyze without passion, and correct mistakes. You need not tell me that I am an inadequate mother. I am aware.
Then why did you leave?
When I see my child in danger, I act.
Here, vegetables.
Thank you.
So, I'm non-binary.
What does that mean?
It means I don't feel like a man or a woman.
If you are neither a man nor a woman, then what are you?
Non-binary. I just said, and I'm going to use they instead of she from now on.
If this is because I have criticized your dress or your manners...
It isn't!
Under the Qun, the term for one whose gender does not match the one given to them at birth was a Qunathlok. Perhaps you are like that.
Why do you have to keep picking at it? Why can't you just be happy for me?
Evitash, chakra to ebra.
So I'm supposed to struggle with who I am? Even if I don't feel like I fit, even if I feel wrong?
No, you misunderstood.
Then say it better! Why am I never enough for you?
I will go. Thank you for inviting me to your home. Panahedan.
This is just new for her. You need some time?
No. It's okay.
Tosh.
I'm not hiding anymore. How she takes it is her problem.
You sure?
Yeah. Come on. Don't let food go to waste.
Careful with that.
But of course.
It's the only lead I've got.
My dear Davron, I'll be as careful with this cloth as if it were burial silk from the Storm Age. And this will be so instructive for Manfred. Ah, Rook, just in time.
Need some help?
Give it a minute. We'll see. That piece of cloth I tore off the gloom howler back at the cauldron still has some of its blood on it.
And now, through the application of necromancy, perfected by the Morn Watch through years of meticulous...
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what the gloom howler is.
Rather, discern its nature.
How?
By setting it on fire?
Patience. To discern, one must sometimes destroy. Ah, yes, of course. How interesting.
What is it?
It says this was elven blood. This was a person.
What? But it howls.
A corrupted person. Not always a monster. And something else. Deathsel. I'm unfamiliar with the meaning.
An elven word for covenant. Like a promise or a blood oath. I think I get it. An elf who took a vow, then gets blighted. An elf who knew about griffins and Warden's secrets.
Almost as if...
It was a warden.
I know this is bad, but it means we have a lead.
Yes, but one that points within.
If Weishaupt knew about it, they never told me. Something else is going on here. I'll put out the word, call in favors, see who might know more. But thanks for your help, Emmerich. You, discerned well.
My pleasure.
There are no further signs.
That skeleton that used to be a spirit of curiosity is gone.
Our gratitude. The magic animating this haunting is ancient.
The gods stole its slumber. Midnight brings music from the depths.
I'm unsure, my friend. Any other might hear it.
The Venatori won't be bothering you anymore.
You have our thanks.
The spirits rest more soundly.
We must keep track of...
How's it going down here?
We have made an acceptable amount of progress, yet work remains.
The dead are restless still.
We need that report Irulan was asking about.
Do we have the latest scouting report?
Ready for a fight? Now let's see what they've got.
Over there. That could be the haunting spirit Myrna told us about. Something about a spirit whose sleep was stolen by the fates.
Emmerich says now he steals other people's dreams. I've heard veil jumpers call him the Turks.
My dream. Where have they gone?
Venatori, strike now! Your lives are ending!
They crumble in our sight!
The gods
Good there.
we are failing on
Enemies at range.
Good aim,
The leg
Tosh.
for ya. Eyes up.
I've sent a team to investigate.
could starve you until you talk, but we're not like you. We don't treat people like animals for the sacrifice.
That's why
We need that report Ireland was asking for.
Trouble nearby.
Not bad. We got rid of that haunting in Arlathan.
It sleeps once again.
Excellent work. This haunting, to our chagrin, was once one of our own Fade explorers.
He delved where he should not.
The shrouded halls have been...
So, nice tombs you have here.
Thank you, Grey Warden. A pleasure to welcome one of your venerable order.
Their sacrifices are mourned by those beyond.
That's good,
Yes. Prepare well. We shall meet again.
I wonder what this is about. There we go. We got... Here's one of those scattered wisps Emmerich mentioned. There must be a proper place for it somewhere. I wonder what this is about. There we go. What do we have here?
Better be ready.
Those are bones. Has this spirit been scattering someone's corpse around? I bet the Watchers would appreciate us gathering up the bones. The bones we found just disappeared.
They what?
I'd be happy to assist on the next journey.
Watch for incoming! Golden glory.
Rook! Thank you again for coming. My duties include tending to these rites of remembrance. Excellent. Manfred found his way down. Very good, Manfred.
He sounds excited.
I thought we'd start the rites here. A tableau of the dead, commissioned 173 years ago. These lives were flickers against the ages, precious, fragile, and finite. Now they serve as a warning. Don't linger overlong in the gloom. Live with grace and fervor while you may.
It's like being in a very, very specialized museum.
Yes, but the purpose of the tableau...
Wait, did one just move?
That one's livelier. Here. Who were you when you breathed above?
This body was a tailor's, a mother's. She laughed and taught and wove the robes kings wore when they were crowned.
Tja. Someone must realign her thoracic vertebrae. I hope the novices are inspecting the displays.
Seems disrespectful to abandon something you built.
Precisely. No wonder there's been an uptick in hauntings.
Wait, what?
Let's continue.
So what now?
We light candles in remembrance of the dead. Would you care to light the candle, Rook? Look at this. The last tomb of the Tannhausens. A very influential family in the Storm Age.
We broke the bones of dragons.
A posthumous motto. Their last heir met his match against a Highland Ravager.
Death by dragon? I'm surprised there was enough to bury.
How interesting that the necropolis moved these gardens so far below.
So the necropolis actually shuffles its rooms around?
From time to time. Very unlikely to happen while we're inside a chamber. Could you light the next candle? Aha! One of my favorite flowers! A variegated weeping widower.
You know your plants.
Alchemy is my hobby. It's a break from teaching spirit calling and theoretical applied metaphysics.
Right. Just on the side.
This way, Rook.
You were right about the gardens being peaceful.
The necropolis has its dangers, but these places are a refuge for the dead.
How many people are buried here anyway?
Excellent question. We rarely should take a new census. You'll need to light these candles as well. Open your hearts to the final day, companion of all the ages. I was pleasantly surprised by your respect for our undead tableau earlier, Rook. I'm beginning to think people outside Navarra find the necropolis a little unnerving.
Lords of Fortune have an eye for craftsmanship.
The spirits gather. Only a few more candles. Follow me. Ah, look here.
Hi? Should I say hi?
It's curious about you. We're also enjoying the gardens, but with one last ritual ahead. On your way, my friend.
Spirits really are your specialty.
I've always had a rapport with them. Even as a child, they were my companions.
After you started training here?
After I was orphaned.
Oh.
A collapsed building, swift deaths. After the funeral, the Watchers took me in.
Belated condolences, if that's worth anything.
Always. We move on, as we must, but those long nights linger about the shadows.
How did you deal with it?
I didn't. When I first arrived here, I was terrified.
And you still joined the Watchers?
They're what saved me. Come, the next set of graves lies ahead. Please, light the next candles if you would. There's much to recommend about the rhythm of a ceremony. It eases our worst hours. As a boy, the Watcher's rituals were exactly what I needed to steady my days with purpose.
And some death magic?
Well, every young mage needs a speciality. All this pageantry, this magnificent gloom and its rites. I ask you, Rook, what is it for?
It's gotta be the living, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. This place is an abundance of history, of magic, of memories. The Watchers preserve it so the living may draw comfort from those who've gone before. We must get to the candle, please, Manfred.
You told Harding that Manfred used to be a wisp until you gave him a body?
Yes, he's taken so well to it, haven't you, Manfred? Here are the last candles you'll need to light. Once you're ready, we'll need to ring the bell. Let the rites be acknowledged. Our bonds seen and sealed. We honor the listening spirits.
Hail from the abyss.
We witness, good watcher, faith kept in all our paths.
What was...
The necropolis hosts many spirits. We thank these guardians for their protection and friendship. We'll need to ring the bell once more to close out the departing ceremony.
So you were really afraid of this place as a child?
It wasn't the necropolis itself, but what was draped around it. Have you ever been frightened by the thought of dying, Rook?
Hasn't everyone from time to time?
When I was younger, it happened more often than that. That's when I discovered I possess a great terror of dying. It goes beyond dread. Can't be reasoned with or soothed over. It comes without warning. In the dead of night, sunlit streets, a raw, strangling fear struck somewhere deep past the heart.
That's an issue for a necromancer.
Oddly, I discovered I wasn't alone. I debated this fear with friends. I argued with teachers. Yet, it lingered. Manfred's right. That's maudlin enough. There are struggles, but a watcher should always find peace amongst the graves. And what sort of host would I be if we didn't end with some light refreshment?
Did you set all this up to make a good impression?
Of course not. I was only...
Because it's working.
Then it's my pleasure to share the tranquility of this place with you.
Davrin, if a person is blighted and doesn't go through whatever wardens go through, how long?
Depends on the person. With the changes to the blight, the answer's even more uncertain.
Right. Well, another thing we can't predict.
One for us.
Well, I'm late. Tried grabbing something from Hal's on the way, but the fish fry's not running. So much for supper.
What have you been doing?
Chasing leads. On alias Venatori, Darktown's missing people, and anything that might come close.
Find anything?
Plenty. Something I can use is another story. So here we are. I'm out of leads, and you're at that supper I promised.
Don't worry about it. And this case? Well, we'll get through it eventually.
Yeah. I could use a walk. And some rocks. You up for it?
Rocks?
Yeah. So, rocks. Look for good ones.
You were serious about this?
You'll see why.
Why are we doing this?
You know what they say. Leave no stone unturned.
Really?
No.
You know, when I say we'll get through, I believe it.
I know you do.
You don't believe me?
I'm skeptical on a good day, and lately...
I understand.
All right, time to put these rocks to use. Come on.
How are we doing?
With the rocks or in general?
Let's stick with the rocks.
In that case, so far so good.
A win for us.
I guess it is.
Calliope, you still going?
Cassis doesn't have anyone else.
Flyers won't do much.
I don't have a lot to work
Over here. I'll take you to my usual spot.
Fancy.
Isn't it?
Is this what you do when you're out of Leeds?
I'd look over my notes, but I've got them by heart. I just need to clear my head.
Stepping back can't hurt. Clear minds get things done.
If only they stayed that way. You can't count on a lot here. When I started, I wasn't going to save Minrathus, never mind Thedas. But if I could take a job and follow through, well, maybe people could count on me. But at the end of the day, what have I done? What sticks? Venatori everywhere, Aelia waltzing back into town. I'm fighting, Rook. Sometimes it feels as though the city itself stabs me in the back.
I'm here to help.
I know. But getting mixed up in my problems, it's not the smart play. Rana's partner, Brahm. Where did it leave him? Where does it leave you?
Side by side with Nev Gallus, like you are for me.
You know you're a sap, right? She was there. We didn't see her.
This worked?
Maybe. Come on. Willing to chase a long shot? We need to get to the spillway.
You've got something on Aelia?
She was there. We just didn't see her.
At the spillway?
At the relic deal. When Aelia controlled Damas, she mentioned Bataris and the stolen relic. Why bring that up? Why would she care?
You think she was involved?
Or one of her puppets. She's been careful, but there may be something to pick up at the site. A witness. Anything. We can get to the site from here, up and across that building.
So we're returning to the scene of the crime, where we fought Bataris?
It's just a hunch, but it's the best I've got.
Let's check it out. What's the plan?
Bataris had a red lyrium relic. Those don't play nice with the Veil. The Viper left me a piece of one in case there was more to track. Remnants fade with time, but if we got here soon enough...
Remnants. We've got them.
Fainter than the ones we found before, but I'll see what I can draw out. Let's take a look. You bet. Echoes of greed, pride, our Venatori, Bataris. You got it. The thread smuggler. But this feels scrambled. Two people's thoughts in one source. She wasn't a traitor. She was a puppet. Aelia moving goods to her followers. Look there. There's more. By the waterfall. We're close to something. I can feel it.
Skipping stones really worked.
I guess some of my plans pan out. Here goes nothing. This one's afraid. A witness? Someone else showed up too, after we left. If I can pull out more of an echo, a memory.
So Nev Gallus is back. Tell me what you saw.
Nothing, I swear.
Aelia.
No. In my head. Stay out.
A bystander. They must have seen the fight.
Then Aelia showed up.
Tell me, would you see this city rise? Be a thrall in service to its glorious rebirth?
Thrall? No,
Silence! Your will
belongs to the Venatori.
All that talk of saving Tevinter. Is this what it looks like?
The risen god will unlock my true power. He's given me Vina Vitalis. We start here.
What's Vina Vitalis?
A rumor, an old Tevinter ritual to increase blood magic. Fake accounts appear on the black market. The real records were burned by magisters. It scared them. But if Aelia follows Elganon, if he could give her the trick, the Venatori are in power, but Aelia wants total control.
A blood ritual. Then the missing people... It's a lead.
But where? When? Who else does Aelia break before I track her down?
Nev?
This place means something to me. But what am I to it if I can't...
Minrath has failed before, not you. This time we stop Aelia for good. Venatori who threatened Docktown, they've got Nev Gallus to fear.
She won't make it easy.
People's lives are at stake.
Aren't they always? I'm a sucker, Rook. Getting caught up in all this. Bad habit.
You're not fighting alone.
End of the day, I'm used to counting on myself. It's how it's been.
And now you've got us, when you need it.